I'm Lisa, I am the Ukulele Fool, and I'm here in Nashville, Indiana with Mike Hayter, who is the founder of Mainland Ukes. And if you can't tell, that's where we are right now. We are here at Mainland Ukes, and he is a superhero in my book. I got to know him through, he's wearing one of the shirts, the Brown County Ukulele Festival. And it was the very first festival that I had ever attended. And so he does this fabulous festival. He's got this wonderful ukulele shop here, and he puts on it's the UWC. I don't even know if I know what that stands for.
Ukulele World
Congress. That's right. That's what it stands for. I didn't know that. So, and I've never gotten to go to that because of my Alaska connections, but people just rave about that experience too. So I'm going to have links to all that down below. So I think he's a superhero. Mike, you got any more superpowers we should know about?
You know, the World Congress is really what I'm most proud of. It's funny, it started out about 12 years ago as just a party. It was at a time when Ukulele Underground just started, YouTube just started, and the ukulele craze was just gaining momentum. And there were all these people making YouTube videos, and we'd watch each other videos, and we were all becoming friends, but nobody had ever met each other. And so I said, hey, let's have a party, and people were like, yeah. I said, well, I got a spot. They said, okay. And I live out in the country. It's actually part of an old hippie commune. It's not a commune anymore, but we still have community-based land. And so I started it just as a party. I thought maybe 35 people would show up. And the first year, I think we had over 100. And we had number 11 this year, and it's on a good sunny year, it's about 1,000 people now.
Wow. Can you imagine getting together with, 1,000 other uke buddies? That sounds really fun to me.
But the neat thing that's happened is it's really helped strengthen the ukulele community, at least in this part of the world. And people have made some great friends because of it. I've made a lot of good friends. And that's really the magic of it there.
Well, yeah, I know I can tell when I come to the Brown County Ukulele Festival that these people really, it's what attracted me so much to the ukulele community. And speaking of the ukulele community, help this channel out. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Have you been to a festival? Have you been to the Brown County Ukulele Festival? Have you been to the UWC? Let us know. All right, so here we are. We're in a very small town in Indiana. And you've got this wonderful ukulele shop. You must have a story to tell about how you got here.
It was really not really planned. It was just a series of events. Most of my adult life, I worked as a psychiatric nurse. I did that for about 20 years. And I got a shack out in the woods, and I told everyone that when I pay off my shack, I'm quitting nursing. And that's what I did. And so then I had to do something else, and after a couple of years, I ended up working for a guy with a music shop, and he sold harmonicas and ukuleles and a few other things, and I ended up being his setup guy. And a few months after that, my wife started working there as kind of the office person. And after, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years, he ran that business into the ground. And suddenly we were out of work, but we both had learned a lot about ukuleles and how to run a ukulele business. And so we took a leap of faith and started Mainland. I'm from Indiana, And so if you look at our website, you won't find any hula girls or palm trees. It's an old barn is kind of our old logo. It's very Midwest.
Well, and Brown County, for any of you who don't know, has this collection of covered bridges here too. That because that's how I first came here when I was a college student. Let's look at the covered bridges.
Yeah, so it's been great. We've been in business 13 years now, and it's really changed my life. You know, I've met fantastic people, and all my best friends are ukulele people.
Well, you have such, if I may here, you have such a signature look to ukuleles, folks. I don't know if you can see this, but the inlay, or do you call this purfling? I've had
It's called purfling. A lot of people call it binding.
Binding, purfling.
Binding is really the stuff on the side. Purfling is the stuff on the front.
Okay, so I got that wrong. So it's such a distinctive look to mainland uke. I mean, you can tell a mainland uke from a distance.
And that was kind of a big look back in the 20s, and then it went out of fashion. And so when we started, I decided that was going to be our look. You know, that it's cool, kind of vintage vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, folks, I don't know if you can see. I mean, these are just beautiful instruments. Just looking at even at the side of this, it's just gorgeous. Really beautiful. And you've got lots of them here. Let's see, I'll put this back up. So many different instruments and different finishes that we're seeing here. So, what you decided because it gave you that vintage look. How do you create that?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
Trade secrets, right? One
thing that kind of puts us head and shoulders above some of the other companies is that we are a small company, and we play ukulele, and so we spend a lot of time on each one. Yeah, a lot of bigger companies, they get stuff in from a factory, and nobody looks at it before they send it out. With each ukulele, we spend hours on each one, checking intonation, working the fret ends, making sure it's 100% before anything goes out.
And you had mentioned setup. So I have a lot of absolute beginners, and they might not understand what a setup is. Can you go into more detail about what a setup is on the ukulele?
Yeah, setup is, it's really important. You could have a great ukulele, and if it's not set up well, you never know how good it is. So when you have a setup for a ukulele, when you get them, if you get a factory ukulele, generally the action is going to be high. Like I said, nobody who plays ukulele has looked at it yet.
Yeah, and so beginners, he said the action's going to be high.
So your action is the distance of your strings from your fretboard.
Mm-hmm.
When people say low action, that means your strings are closer to your fretboard. High action means you're higher from that fretboard. And it's kind of a mysterious thing for beginners. They look online and they hear, oh, you got to have low action, which is true. You want low action, but you don't want it too low. Some people will tell me they want it as low as possible, which I don't recommend. Because if you play hard, then you get a buzz. And if it's really low, you can also lose some of your play in the strings, and you also lose a little of your volume. So you don't want high action. High action makes it harder to fret, harder to play, harder on your fingers. So what we do is we set it up to what we call optimum play, where you have nice low action, but it's not so low that it's gonna be a detriment to your strumming.
Great. Well, I hope that you found this really educational and you've learned a lot about, action and what a setup is and what a really good quality instrument which has been lovingly created and touched by human hands. So I hope you found this educational. I'm going to have links down below for Mainland Ukes, and also for the Brown County Ukulele Festival for January 2020 is already sold out, but I'll have links down below, so if you want to get in on that next year. And also you have links for UWC as well, or is that just kind of an
It's
organic?
kind of a word of mouth thing, but if you look online, you can find some information about
Yeah.
it. Or you can call me at Mainland Ukes.
Well, I think there's not a website, a Facebook group. And so I'll put a link down there. You have to ask to join. So that is really a super happening event. I wish I could go. Maybe someday I'll get to go. So thank you so much, Mike, for welcoming us into your shop. I know it's busy getting ready for the Christmas season, so I really, really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in January
All
at
right.
Brown County Ukulele Festival.
My pleasure.
So until then, ta-ta!